Okay, there is also something which is trending going on all over social media is about the detox juices, right? People actually suggest to take it just to, detox your body, cleanse your body, and all that. Do you actually ask your clients to take the detox juices?
Detox is not just having some juice. My grandparents' age or great grandparents' age, they literally used to fast. Ekadashi fasting, some festival fasting. All those things were there. It is kind of a detox.
A nutritional myth you feel from your background, I mean from your experience, you feel there is a nutritional myth?
Go by the trend, whatever it is there now, they tell that no carbs. Reduce the completely carbs. You're not supposed to eat carbs, which is not good. Nothing like that. At the same time, even for the fat.
People want to lose weight, right? For them, what is your go-to meal like? One go-to salad for everyone, if you can suggest.
Chana salad.
Okay.
Chana just it needs a proper soaking. If some people really like eating raw or even sprouts.
Welcome to another episode of High on Why. Today we have Mrs. Chitra, who is a nutritionist. She holds gold medal in food science and dairy. She started her career in food processing startup. She worked in NDRI, which is National Dairy Research Institute in R&D department, and she also worked as a research institute in food nutrition and department. Now she has her own health and wellness brand, which is called Rustic Wisdom. Hi Chitra, welcome to our podcast channel High on Why.
Thank you so much, Sakita.
Yeah, Chitra. This time we are going to start this episode a little differently as per our audience, asked us. So we'll be starting with the rapid fire round. Though it's a wrap up thing, but today we'll start off with the rapid fire round. Yes.
Sure.
So just go with your gut, okay, for the answers.
Done.
Khichdi or quinoa bowl?
Khichdi.
Protein shake or Indian breakfast?
Indian breakfast.
Sabudana vada, yes or never again?
Sometimes it is okay.
One Indian sweet you actually like?
Paisam.
You can never resist that?
Yeah, because it's healthy.
Okay. One wellness trend you would ban forever?
Go with the trend.
What's one thing you wish every woman knew about her hormones before turning 30?
It's common to, behave little differently during the cycles or during the hormonal variations time. We have to accept it is totally common.
It's okay to go.
Yeah, it's okay to go.
What are 3 small daily habits that can make a big difference in someone's nutrition?
Yeah, first and foremost thing is physical activity, and second thing is eating, especially clean eating on right time, and sleeping time.
One diet trend you secretly like the most?
Not anything as such. I don't go by trend as I mentioned, because sometimes couple of them are good, sometimes couple of may suit for few people, but I don't just go by trend.
Probably you wouldn't have had it for yourself, but then you feel, okay, this trend is nice, no? Something like that you felt?
Intermittent fasting.
Okay. Okay. Curd at night is good or bad?
It is good.
Okay. If nutrition was a movie, what will it be like?
Eat well, lose well.
Eat well, lose well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, that's all with the rapid fire questions. So, as I know you, right? So, you started your journey as a nutritionist, right? So, you have been treating a lot of your clients with their diet, for their health, hormonal changes, and all of that. So, how did your journey into nutrition start and begin with?
Okay, sure. So, if I just start from the scratch, I wanted to become a doctor.
Okay.
But due to circumstances and certain conditions, I couldn't do that. And when I started working, because I had to take up into food and nutrition field, then I started working. I realized there are so many people, and especially women, and of course, many people around the world are suffering with lots and lots of concerns, which can be addressed through food. Okay. But maybe in terms of medical field, if you see, they don't even just think about what is the root cause. They don't even think to identify what exactly can be done.
Right.
Medicine is not just a solution for everything. So food is the best thing. If we can take it in a right way with the right quality and quantity, it has a capacity to heal. Right. So that's how I started developing interest in terms of food.
Okay.
And since I am from a food and dairy
Nutrition
background,
yeah.
so I was into, when I was working, I was into certain food sectors and food industries where they were a development of meal replacement specifically for diabetes, and there are PCOD drink, PCOS and UTI drinks, all those
And you also mentioned PCOD bar nutrition form for
Exactly.
chocolates.
Yeah.
So can you also tell about that?
So basically, like most of the times, the PMS or PCOD symptoms, like what are all the things we get, like which are kind of the nutrition deficiency, like magnesium or a calcium deficiency. In that part, they used to add like fortified with couple of vitamins and minerals
Okay.
to enhance, to improve the absorption of vitamins, minerals, which
Okay.
in turns, reduces the symptoms of all these, lifestyle disorders.
Okay.
So that I was into that field. And then once we started completely into a consulting firm, especially as a nutritionist and into our firm, really started working on no supplements is really needed, right? Completely through food, we can start healing our body.
Right.
So that's why we started our journey, and we could able to help many people.
Nice. Okay, one nutritional myth you feel from your background, I mean from your experience, you feel there is a nutritional myth and people have to avoid this and they should learn more about it. What is that?
Yeah, and if you just go by the trend, whatever it is there now, they tell that no carbs or reduce the completely carbs. You're
Right.
not supposed to eat carbs, which is not good. Nothing like that. At the same time, even for the fat, they tell that fats are extremely bad. You're not supposed to do. No, nothing like that. Body needs it. Right?
Right,
There are good
right.
fats and bad fats, but everything should be at limited quantity. Right? Even in terms of carbs, I agree simple carbs are not so great because of the way they process, because of the way they do all the refined things. But if we consume it in a whole grain form, which is totally fine, because body needs more of a carbs as a source of energy.
Right. And now there is a lot more about the fat diets, right? Maybe keto diet or
Yeah.
paleo diet or vegan diet, a lot of other kind of a diet. But also people say, I mean, nutritionists like you say, the balanced diet is also important. So how different is such diets and a balanced diet you put up, or how you take up such balanced diet?
Yeah, specifically, if you just focus on one type of nutrient rich diet, could be keto or any other diet which are rich in only one type of nutrients, there will be a lot of deficiency which will create with the other nutrients. For example, if a person is taking keto diet, which is rich in fat and proteins, there will be a deficiency which will
Yeah.
create with all other micro components, right? Could be your vitamins, minerals, fibers, all those deficiency will be there. So
Right.
that is why we prefer a complete, wholesome, balanced meal which should contain everything, because body needs everything.
Okay.
Right? That's why we prefer a complete balanced meal.
So none of these fat diets are sustainable or good in the long run, you say?
No, it works. In fact, I'm not denying that it won't work. It works. At that particular point, when a person is doing, it really works and shows an amazing change. But for us, it has to be a lifestyle and a sustainable one, right? If the thing which we are following, if we are not able to follow that on a longer run, to make it a sustainable one, then what's the point of following
Yeah.
for that particular point, right? So that's why a meal or like maybe a balanced food which can accommodate their culture or their way of eating from when they used to have like a kid,
Right.
that way it can be sustainable.
Okay, on one way this is about the fat diets, and other way you told that you also like intermittent fasting, right?
Yeah.
It is all about the time when you eat, that it majorly talks about that, right? So tell me more about it, why you like it, intermittent fasting. Is this the only reason or there is any other reason?
Not really. In intermittent fasting, depending upon like what kind of the food we eat in that particular window period, like where we can consume food. Like we fast, a couple of people do 16:8 ratio, and
Yeah,
couple of them
yeah.
follow 18:6 ratio. Depending upon their ability to sustain the hunger, we can do it.
Okay.
But I personally like, because a more of a gap will be there for the digestion system to heal. Right? So no need to stuff each and everything
Yeah.
very often.
Yeah.
Though we are not hungry sometime, because it's a lunchtime we will eat.
Yes.
Because it's a dinner time we eat.
That's how the fasting system also came in place, right?
Correct.
Huh.
Because earlier days and all, people used to do the same thing.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I'm not wrong, in the villages and all, they'll be closing their kitchen maximum by 7:30 to 8 o'clock. But now, It's not the same.
It just goes till 9,
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, there is no limit now.
Yeah.
Even late night binging,
Yeah.
all those things will be there. That's why I really prefer intermittent fasting, and I like it.
Okay, nice, good. So, for people who want to lose weight, right? For them, what is your go-to meal like? What is that you give it to them? And the nutrition is delicious. You have to give them, yes, nutrition is
True.
delicious, and also for their culture and tradition, what they eat on a day-to-day, daily basis, you have to keep this all in a note and give them, right?
Correct.
So, what do you give basically from your end?
I prefer a wholesome, balanced salad,
Okay.
which contains everything. For
Okay.
example, it is also a source of carbs, proteins, fruits and vegetables, which is anyway source of vitamins and minerals. Salads in the sense not like one piece of cucumber and one piece of a carrot, right? We can really make it rich, nutritious. We can add certain pulses
Yes.
and certain grains which are anyway protein rich, and of course fruits and vegetables are part of it. Right, we can put some amount of ghee or maybe olive oil, make it a little interesting. So that should give a fragrance of what we eat. Also, it should be tasty. So I
Okay.
would prefer a
One
salad
go-to
bowl.
salad for everyone, if you can suggest.
A salad bowl, maybe
What
chana
all,
salad.
what all?
Chana salad.
Okay.
It
So
doesn't-
with chana, what all you would actually ask them to
Chana
include?
just it needs a proper soaking. If some people really like eating raw or even sprouts.
Okay.
They can take it sprout and they can just eat it as it is like a raw, and cucumber normally which is available, carrot, tomatoes, and little amount of your coriander, salt, pepper powder. If you are a spicy person, you can add your chili
Okay.
flakes,
Okay.
and maybe squeeze it a lemon.
Okay. So for a whole day or diet chart, you would be giving it to your clients, right? So how does it look like from morning till evening? Can you just go about it? One day plan.
Yeah. Again, it depends on person to person.
Yeah, definitely.
So we basically start our day with a metabolizer. Okay,
Okay.
to boost metabolism.
Okay.
It could be as simple as a lemon honey water, right? And followed by, depending upon their BMR and BMI, depending upon their hunger pangs and also metabolism, we prefer specifically a fruit and vegetable based smoothie.
Okay.
Okay, and for that anyway we add certain things which are protein rich. For example, couple of dry fruits and pulses, which covers as a protein rich.
Okay.
And in the lunch, if you see lunch and dinner,
Sorry to interrupt, okay? These smoothies which you mentioned, right? So how much should they have basically? Because I've seen people drinking such long glasses of smoothies, right? So how much should they have ideally?
okay, it somewhere varies between 250 to 400 to 500 ml, depending
Okay.
upon person weight as well as their BMR. Somewhere it should be between 250 to even 500 also.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And in the lunch and dinner, if you see, we recommend a complete whole balanced meal.
Okay.
One bowl of a sabzi, one bowl of a dal or sambar or curry, whatever you prepared, a bowl of your fruit, vegetables, and whole grains.
Okay.
This is what we prefer. And of course, our favorite, buttermilk or curd, which we can take it like, because that our meal will not end without
South
that.
Indian meal, proper South Indian meal.
Exactly. That will not end without a
Yes,
curd or a butter.
definitely.
I would prefer that.
Okay. Then after that, probably in the evening.
In the evenings, if a person is hungry, if they're really active, they can take a fruit. Or
Okay.
like maybe any healthy snacks could be, as simple as lotus seeds or, maybe a chana or a green gram sprouts or peanuts chickpeas.
Okay.
Okay, a handful of peanuts, a roasted chana, anything as such.
Okay. And towards the dinner?
It will be pretty much same like a dinner. Lunch I would prefer,
Okay.
but it will be rich in proteins.
Okay.
We add on specific pulses specifically. Could be, as I mentioned, the black chana, white chana, or sprouts, paneer, something as such.
Okay.
If some person is a non-vegetarian, they can even take eggs, chicken, fish, everything.
Okay. Okay. And nowadays, people are not suggesting more of juices, right? Because they say rather to drink juices, you have fruits. That's rather better. Otherwise, you have to put in more fruits to make that juice, and which will actually increase your insulin levels and all that. So rather, you have fruits. So how do you take this?
Okay. See, if you are filtering the maybe a juice, fruit into a juice kind of a thing, it will not contain fiber.
Fiber, yeah.
If you take it in the form of a puree or if you take it in the form of a smoothie, that is better for the absorption as well. So as such, fruit juice after filtration, nothing will be there.
Yeah, right.
So that's why in the form of a puree or a juice with pulp, it is much better. It's
Okay.
very good to have fruits or vegetables as it is, and no harm in having in a puree or a smoothie form also.
Yeah, okay. Because sometimes we give children, if they don't eat, at least have this juice form, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there is also something which is trending going on all over social media is about the detox juices, right? So these detox juices, people actually suggest to take it just to, detox your body, cleanse your body and all that. So what kind do you actually ask your clients to take the detox juices? If so, which detox juice you recommend? Because there are n lot of detox juices people tell over the media and all that. So what would you suggest?
Sure. There are so many detox juices are there. Detox is not just having some juice. Okay, it is about following a certain process. Okay. Just to give an example, in the earlier age, or like maybe my grandparents' age or great grandparents' age, they literally used to fast. Right, ekadashi fasting,
Yeah.
some festival
Yes.
fasting, all those things were there. It is kind of a detox. Detox is nothing but giving a gap or giving our digestion system rest, so that it starts removing the waste metabolites and it starts functioning its best. Okay, so to aid that process, to help the digestion process in a better way, we add certain things. That's why it is named as a detox juices.
Right.
Okay, it can be as simple as our coconut water. Okay, or a lemon juice, a carrot juice.
Okay.
Right, as simple as that.
Okay.
Anything in a clear liquid form, because first of all, during the process of detox, the digestion system is in the
Yeah,
rest.
yeah.
We don't have to add lots of fiber and create a pressure. That is why we give it in the form of a clear juice.
So you say it should be very simple, because
Yes.
I've seen people putting cucumber into water, mint into water, and so many lot of other things.
Yes.
Cucumber and mint, two ingredients is still fine, but then lot of other things into that and drink it as a detox water. But at the end of the day, you actually see, okay, what is that people are doing? Will it really detox, or what's going to happen? Okay, let's make it simple then,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, okay. Let's come back to the roots, right? I have seen you actually helping people out for the PCOD and PCOS reversing and all that. So first of all, let us know what is PCOD and PCOS. What's the differentiation between them?
Okay. See, it's nothing but basically a hormonal change which
Okay.
happens especially in a woman. Right?
Right.
There is not much particular difference between this PCOD or PCOS. Okay, it's a term, PCOD, polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS. Polycystic ovary disease, which is nothing but your PCOD.
Okay.
Depending upon the severity, it has been named as PCOS. Okay, PCOS is nothing but a severity in the hormonal imbalance.
Because it's like a syndrome which is created for you.
Correct, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So, what are the basic symptoms of PCOD or PCOS, and what is that a woman should know that okay, these are the early symptoms and she should be aware of it?
Yeah, correct. So basically, we don't consider it as a PCOD or PCOS. We term it as a hormonal imbalance.
Okay.
In hormonal imbalance cases, there are so many variations happen. The first and foremost thing is people start gaining weight. Okay, that's the topmost thing which
Right,
happens.
right.
And second thing is irregular periods. Okay, their periods will be, sometimes they get 2 months once or like 3 months once, and sometimes they also get 3 to 4 times in a month also, with heavy bleeding, cramps, bloat, all those things will be there. And the next thing is acne.
Yeah.
Acne is near the chin region, and also unwanted hair growth, especially near the mustache region, all those things, and the pigmentation, and lots of hair fall.
Yeah.
And because of all those things, they start getting irritated,
Yeah.
anxiety, and when they'll also go to depression mode also. Okay, so if main thing, if you ask me, like how we can identify these hormones are, the first and foremost thing is if you are rapidly gaining your weight,
okay.
or if the cycles is really varying anything as such, it could be related to your cycles issue, especially your PCOD or PCOS. It can be.
Okay.
So that way you can identify and sort it before it becomes.
So, as you said, more of a physical, because of the physical changes, you also lead into, depression. Emotionally, you've been, you come into a very standstill position, right? So, such kind of clients, how do you, tackle such kind of a clients emotionally?
Sure. So, in most of the cases, what happens when the severity is becoming more, when it is reflecting on the board, they start doing body shaming. Okay, because I look so,
Yeah.
I have a baldness, I have a lot of pimples on, I'm not looking great. All those things, especially girls started noticing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They need really a support, and it's okay, we have to accept it because she's not doing it, her hormones are making her to do all
Yes,
those
yes.
things, right? So they literally need the support. Okay, we cannot just judge by how they look.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So yeah, we should not like go with them and again tell that no, this because of
Yeah,
this
and
you have
extended support over this probably solves the issue.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
So why do you think it I mean, nowadays you see, 19 years, 15 years old girls also have such issues, right? So why do you think, such an early age people are getting such kind of PCOD, PCOS issues?
Yeah. So first and foremost thing, the kind of lifestyle what we are living and the kind of food what we are eating. Right. Most of the times, if you see whether it's a 19-year girl or like maybe 20-year girl, so the kind of food which previous generation used to eat and now we used
Yeah.
to eat, which is totally different. Right. See, for example, PCOD, PCOS, it's not a disease basically,
Yeah.
or it is not a major thing like maybe a treatment kind of a thing we have to really worry. It's basically lifestyle concerns which is created by our lifestyle changes, right? And also the kind of food what we are getting,
Yes.
that is also mainly it also contributes.
Yeah.
Right. So for all these things we have to balance our lifestyle, we have to balance our routine. That's the only solution we
Yeah.
have.
Because the other day when I was talking to one of my friends, she said that her friend's daughter got her periods at the age of 6. That is a age wherein children don't understand. Even if you
Correct.
tell them this is what it is, they can't understand, right? So what is that we can avoid for children getting periods in that early age?
Yeah. So first and foremost thing is about the milk.
Okay.
Okay, milk and wheat mainly. So milk, especially if a small maybe kid can take below 7 years, sorry, below 4 years, they have a capacity to digest it. As and when maybe a girl is aging and when she start reaching her puberty, we cannot able to digest milk so easily, right? And the quality of milk what we are getting is not at all good. Okay, there are so many antibiotics, there are so
Right.
many hormones are already injecting into cow itself.
Yeah.
By the time it comes, obviously it has some residues of those things in the milk,
Correct.
right? That gonna obviously impact and it creates a complete hormonal imbalance in that girl. Obviously it leads. And the second part, as I was mentioning about the gluten, that's wheat.
Okay.
Right, this gluten content nowadays it is becoming really affecting on our hormonal imbalance. By we have an hormonal balance, all the girls, right? It starts interfering with the hormone system, especially the
Okay.
gluten.
Okay.
That is why it started affecting.
Oh, okay. So apart from these junk foods and all of that, you say even milk and gluten content foods should also be avoided after a certain
Yeah,
age. Okay.
yeah.
Because chicken is something which people say, okay, don't give it to younger
Correct.
girls and all that. Okay. This is good information. Thank
Yeah,
you.
because anyway, anything processed, we know that it is not a good. Why I mentioned about the milk and gluten is most of the people doesn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, correct. All other we also got to understand, but this is something which is actually new.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any of your moment when you're treating your, clients, they have reversed or probably they got back their periods in the regular periods. So, one moment of such about your client.
Sure. There was a client who was a veterinary doctor, and she used to have this PCOD from the time she attained her puberty.
Okay.
And every time she has to take a medication, she has to go with that, that 21 days ka medication, birth control pills basically, to get her periods. Right? It's a painful process, no? We have to take something and
Yes,
induce the
yes,
periods,
yes.
and obviously lot of cramps and bloats will be there, right? And she contacted me through one of my common friend, and we spoke and we started with the program.
Okay.
And she followed our program for very, very strictly without any deviation for a continuously for a 24 weeks. Okay. And in this process of 24 weeks, she literally reduced 20 kgs.
Oh.
And
okay.
along with that, she started getting her cycles regularly.
Oh, nice.
And she was married by then. They were trying.
okay.
Okay. By the time she finished her program, she was conceived.
Okay.
And she delivered a twins baby.
Oh, okay.
So that was a
That's
very
a great satisfaction for you, I guess, right?
Exactly.
I can see that on your face.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, tell me, how bad can it get if it is not being treated properly? How bad can it get? And moreover, you say that this can be treated very naturally without any supplements, right?
True.
So how do you do that? And what is that you've seen with your clients?
Yeah. First and foremost, if we don't treat it whenever the situation or like depending upon the severity, the first and foremost thing is if the cycles are not regular, it will end up in having an infertility issue.
Okay.
Second thing, body will become insulin resistant. They start developing a diabetes. And because of lot of hormonal changes, you know that hormonal changes,
Yeah.
it's not a small thing. No?
Yes.
Too much of deviations will happen. And again, because of that, weight gain will happen.
Yeah.
Right? These are all actually interrelated. Right? The major thing, if you ask me, it will lead to infertility.
Okay.
So that is why it has to be addressed.
Okay. And how long does this process get, and how soon can you attain a result?
It depends. We cannot tell that exactly in 3 months, 4 months, or 6 months they can do it, depending upon the severity and depending upon how
Okay.
effectively they'll change their routine. Okay.
Okay.
If you see in our case, we usually within 24 to 48 weeks we can aram sit.
Okay, so that also depends on how young the girls are. They can
Depending upon the age.
depending
Correct.
on the
Yeah.
age. Is there a traditional food which you actually recommend and people actually avoid it, but you recommend it on a regular basis? And why do you recommend such a traditional food on a regular basis? And why do they avoid it from their end?
Okay. The traditional food or like maybe any dish if you recommend, like maybe I would go with the ash god juice.
Okay.
Okay. It is a very, very simple and it's a superfood. People think that if they have cold or cough, we have to avoid.
Ah, yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
And if a person is having a cold body, we are not supposed to give that. Basically, if we give it in a certain way, depending upon like how it has to be given, automatically it can be taken because it's a superfood and body can really do wonders with that.
Right.
I would suggest that.
Okay. And also there is a misconception, I mean, I feel, misconception about the curd. If they have cold or cough, they don't eat curd. So I feel it as a misconception. You can have it until unless you don't keep it in the fridge and have. Is
Correct.
that right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Because curd is anyway lactic
Yeah.
acid bacterial culture, right? And it also good source of protein and
Yes.
fat.
Yes.
Nothing like that. We can aram se have it. Anything in a limited quantity is totally fine.
Okay. Okay. So for people today, it is like you just have to wake up early, go for your work. You don't have time for yourself, right? So what is that one thing you would suggest them for them to work out? One easy workout if they ask you, what is that you would suggest?
Go
them?
for a walk.
Okay.
As and when you get time, like maybe if it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, go for a walk.
Okay.
See, walking is not a difficult
Yeah.
maybe physical activity according to me because most of the people anyway they'll get a call. Someone will call, like
Walk
maybe
and talk.
family member or anybody like mother, brother, or
Yes.
anybody they'll call. You walk and talk, no? Your physical activity is also done.
Yes,
At the same time, your job which you're doing also done.
Yes.
I would suggest a natural walk.
Okay. Because exercise and eating food at right time and nutritious food is becoming a challenge, right?
True.
So yes, you said walking helps us, and also at the same time eating. Okay, you don't have eating time, you don't have time to cook, right? So if, for example, the person has only 10 minutes, okay, so what would be the sole bowl you would suggest them to make it with very few ingredients and have?
Okay. So I can suggest to go for a khichdi.
Okay.
That's the best and on
That's
go
the
food.
best. That's the best.
Yeah.
Easy to intake. Okay. What are your challenges as a nutritionist?
Challenges in the sense, we suggest couple of things, and the main thing is people fail to follow that. They'll not stick to the things. We know that it works. We know that we can reverse it. But most of the times they'll not do the things what is needed for. By end of the day, we are working on their health, right? They take it like it's okay. It is like one more time renewing a gym membership,
Yeah.
something like that. But we cannot let it go, right? Like to bring back them to a specific routine, sometimes it becomes challenge. And I'm not denying that they are doing deliberately kind of a thing, but they also do because of their work schedule. But of course, along with work, our health is also important,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Imagine if our health is not good, what else we can do,
Yeah, true.
right? So this is what the thing which have been started noticing in recent days.
Okay. So you have been handling a lot of clients, and your company Rustic Wisdom it started 5 years ago, right? So how is your tracking system for your clients, and how you make them to be accountable for what they are doing?
Yeah. At Rustic Wisdom,
Yeah.
we have our own app to track.
Okay.
And if you see, the vision of Rustic Wisdom is to help and to teach people to adapt to our ancient way of eating processes. Okay, because we lost that touch,
Yes,
right?
true.
We wanted to get back. We wanted to go back to the roots where we used to follow certain things. And here, what we do is we're going to track each and everything in our own app. Okay?
Okay.
See, for example, there will be a specific dietitian will be assigned to track
Okay.
on a daily basis. We hand hold specifically on a daily basis. We monitor each and everything. And along with the dietitian, there will be a habit coach who will be there to support, to guide, and to monitor along with
Okay.
the dietitian.
Okay.
There will be two personal coaches will be assigned specifically for a client to be on track.
Okay. Nice.
So that is why most of the time people, will be on track, and we know that they're going out of the routine kind of a
Yeah.
thing. We know how to, pull them back because we are working on
Yes.
their health.
Yes.
So that's our priority as well.
Okay. So far, it's been 5 years, as you said, that you are into Rustic Wisdom, but I'm sure you have more experiences beyond that, right? So, how many people you have treated till now?
Yeah, we have helped almost 18,000 people across the globe. Around 70 countries we have clients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the different concerns, as I mentioned. It's not only with the PCOD or PCOS. There are multiple other concerns. Could be, diabetic reversal or post-pregnancy weight losses or, PCOD, PCOS or what I mentioned, and thyroid healing, maybe balancing the thyroid or general weight loss, obesity, overweight, reversing, uric acid condition, triglycerides, fatty liver condition. All these concerns we have been helping
Yeah,
across the globe.
addressed. Oh, lovely. Okay. So, I mean, today in social media, it's all about, take care of your health. This doctor talks, that doctor talks, nutritionists, dietitians. It's all about that when I open my social media. So, why do you think, health is so important, and why everybody is talking about, taking care of your health?
Yeah, but I think right? Like health is the only thing which comes topmost priority.
Priority.
Because as I was mentioning, if our health is only not good, if we are not in a right fitness or like maybe right in an ideal health or a peak health, body cannot perform at its best. No. So if a person is obese, just take an example of if a person is obese or if a person is at his own peak health, there is a lot of difference between them, these two. First and foremost thing, they can, if a person is at an ideal or a peak health, they can perform best. They can concentrate more. And also one more thing is, see, nobody else can do on behalf of us.
Yeah.
Right? We are the one who has to work on ourselves. Right? That's why I feel the health should be the topmost priority. And now it's gaining the popularity as well. People really started thinking about that. Because if we don't take care of now, at that moment, we may have to start suffering just down, like maybe 5-10 years down the line.
It is as equal as work for your kids, have money. It's same like that, have your health for them, because at the end of the day, they are going to look after you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And also in social media, it is, a lot more about talking about these all information, right? And also the young children, the young crowd is also watching this. So is it for, what do you think? Is it is going towards the good or it is going towards the worse? How they are taking into this as a consideration?
both the things are there, good and bad. If you see, there are good stuffs are also coming, right? People are literally saying the good stuffs also. But sometimes if you see, it is mostly moving to another direction, right? Because of the westernization and because of the modernization, and people really want something easy, something quick. They don't
Yeah.
think about the nutrition fact behind that.
They just
If it
want
is
to grab something in it.
exactly, if it is happening at 2 to 3 minutes, that's a good thing for them. They don't even worry about what is happening. Even in case of kids also, right? There are so many healthy snacks or the healthy options are there, but they just wanted to go for an easy thing. Could be a chocolate or could be a
Yeah.
biscuit, right? So yeah, I think being a parent, we should take care of that.
Yes. And for you, when you do consultation for your clients, right, when they are a vegetarian or a vegan, then probably it must be challenging because the protein intake for a non-vegetarian is totally different and you can attain it easily. But
Correct.
here, attaining that is becoming a challenging, right? So what is that you give that as a, an extra supplement or probably extra food? How the diet looks like for around them?
Myself is a vegetarian. I don't even eat egg.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not that we cannot like maybe completely take care of a protein source. Of course there are so many even vegetarian protein sources are also there, which may not be a complete protein source. Like there will not be all 9 amino acids will not be there, but again we are not eating just protein as it is. No, we are combining with the other things
Yes,
as well,
yes.
right? We also get a little amount of protein from the other things. That should be fine. There are so many things are there. Could be your black chana, white chana, rajma, cowpeas, or paneer.
Yes, yes.
If it's a vegetarian, paneer, there are a lot many other things like avocado. So many things are there. We just have to take a different varieties, different days. We cannot take a same one cowpeas on a regular basis.
I got to know a lot of information about the PCOD and PCOS. First of all, for me, it was actually the PCOD, PCOS are two different things. I came to know today by what you said. So, a lot of good information I got from you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the information and thank you so much for being here, Chitra.
It was my pleasure, Sukita. Thank you so much for
Thank
the
you so
invite.
much. Thank you.